a return of Jeff's favorite bait. Brand new logo merch from the hookup. And the all-new limited edition Respect Series drop from Megabass Japan. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle. Welcome to the Hookup Tackle. The Hookup Tackle is the world's largest showcase of Megabass products, featuring baits and colors not found at any other dealer. The Hookup also offers a wide display of OSP, Evergreen, Deps, Lucky Craft, Jackall, and many more. The Hookup Tackle is owned and operated by family, is staffed by guides and verified tackle nerds who love helping anglers elevate their craft. If you're in the Phoenix area, we'd love to have you stop by our showroom and check out the wonderful world of Megabass and the Hookup for yourself. If you shop online, there are almost 10,000 SKUs of Megabass products alone, with hundreds of other companies and new products being added daily. So next time you're looking for that hard to find bait, that color your fish have never seen before, or maybe you just want to elevate your game, look at thehookuptackle.com. Welcome back, my friends. I am Ben with the Hookup Tackle, aka the Tackle Otaku. With my buddy Jeffrey the King, we are the Hookup Tackle USA. This is what's new this week at the Hookup Tackle, where we highlight new drops from all of our manufacturers, as well as important restocks so you guys can stay on top of the game. Happy Sunday, everyone, and happy Sunday, Jeff.
Happy Sunday to you as well.
How are you, sir?
Terrible.
Why?
Absolutely awful.
Oh, no. What is happening?
Well, you know, we've been working real hard lately for once.
Yeah.
So I'm not used to it, you know what I mean?
Yeah, you seem really tired. See, when I work hard, I don't get red eyes or anything.
No?
No, I just stay fresh and, yeah.
Well shaved?
I'm young, so I got that on you, kid. You're getting ready to partake on a big adventure, aren't you?
I am. I'm finally getting out of this hellhole of a place and actually get to go fishing.
You're leaving during the most beautiful time of the year.
Yeah, I'm getting out of here.
Smart thinking. Why didn't you leave in like July or something?
Well, it'd be hot there too.
Well, I wish you a great journey.
Thank you.
So Jeff is taking, well, you're going to be gone for like 2 weeks, right? Little
2
road
months.
trip? No, you're not. Don't do that to me, Jeff. Heading to Texas, go stick some pigs?
Yeah, basically just trying to catch a couple teeners, maybe a 20-pounder, and then come back.
Easy stuff.
Yeah,
So just normal week in the life of Jeff. Yeah, perfect, dude. Well, as you guys have been seeing on Instagram, I have been teasing you guys with the brand new Respect Series color from Megabass. I'm super excited to bring it to you guys. This is one of my favorite color drops that they have done. It's a very unique color. You know what? I'm not even going to ruin it. I'm just going to let Jeff take it away from here. Jeff has prepared this very special piece for you guys, so enjoy.
Can I get one of those Orions?
Sold out.
Well, what do you have?
I have Cuba Libre.
Okay, I'll take one.
Okay. Rum. Coke. Limon.
Not this Cuba Libre. I want the special one.
I got you. Open your hand, guy. Limited edition Cuba Libre.
Yes.
All right, Jeff. Woo!
That was great acting on your part.
Wow.
I didn't know you were a bartender.
Dude, I am basically everything, right? Just ask my wife.
Okay.
Yeah, she'll agree. All right, guys, so there is a look at the brand new color Cuba Libre. Now, let's take a look at this color a little bit closer. In fact, let me just take this out of the package. Okay. Now, Cuba Libre is a very limited color from Megabass. So for you collectors out there, you are going to want to scoop this up because this is the first time that almost all of these baits have been made in this colorway. There are 12 total baits, as you guys saw. Now, Cuba Libre is, obviously, it's a rum and coke, right? And the drink was actually created in the early 1900s during the Spanish-American War, and it means free Cuba, right? So it's a really cool saying, and basically Megabass just made their baits look like a rum and coke. And it was not necessarily the point of the bait, but it just ended up looking like that. So you kind of have the rum hit on the bottom, the coke, and then you get the little kind of limon up on the head. The idea behind this bait was actually, at the time that they created this many years ago, there was basically GG Deadly Black Shad, right? And that color was designed to imitate like a dying shad or a dying bait fish. But they wanted something darker, more of like a true black. So instead of like a GG black, you get this kind of shiny, you know, more of a glossy black color. And then it gets some body by having this pearl mica belly. So it's kind of a PM, kind of an orangish gold body that gives it some contrast, gives it some depth to it. And then just a small little hit of, you know, chartreuse up on the head just to give it just a little color definition. This is an amazing color, just like GG Deadly Black Shad, for throwing in those low light conditions. It was designed for more murky water, muddier water, or low light, like first thing in the morning, last thing in the evening, when you really need a true silhouette. And if you hold this thing up in the light, because it has that pearl mica belly, the light still kind of goes through it and it just creates this beautiful silhouette. I think you guys are going to destroy them on this if you pick the timing right. It's basically the same idea behind throwing a black buzz bait, you know, a black wake bait, anything like that. Originally, the color was only offered in topwater baits like the Pop X, right? But anglers in Japan they really wanted it in crankbaits, and then it just kind of expanded in, and now we're seeing a one-time drop in a bunch of these baits. So let's just run through them really quick. Make sure you guys scoop these up because once they're gone, they are gone. There will not be any restock. So obviously I have the Ito Vision 110 in my hand, so it is available in this guy. It is also available in the Ito Vision 110 Junior. It is available in the Pop Max. Oh, that'd be sexy. So there you go in the Pop Max. Available in a Pop X. It's available in a Deep X 100 LBO. It's available in the ORC, the Over Rev Crank. A couple of new additions to the Respect Series lineup. It's available in a Prop Darter 80. This is pretty exciting. Prop Darter 80 is a super dope little bait. It's very finessey. This is going to look just like, you know, maybe an insect or, you know, a darker baitfish, or just give that really nice silhouette up there. I think you guys will dig that one. It's available in a X80 Junior. It's available in the SRX Griffon. Also the Giant Dog X. This is a big lineup, Jeff. And then two more new additions to the Respect Series lineup. A Flap Slap LBO. It's the first time we're seeing that in Respect. And then a return of the Griffon Zero. And the Griffon Zero is a super dope bait. Small little wake baits, 45 millimeters long, 1/4 ounce. Has a real like high pitch rattle in it. So if you guys like little finessey wake baits, you guys will love that. So there you go. Cuba Libre, scoop them up. I'm sure it's gonna fly out of here. Super dope color. Thank you again, Jeff, for that fun piece. Enjoy, guys. All right, so we see a big restock this week from Megabass Japan. I'm gonna kind of fly through a lot of these baits, just kind of highlight some of the key ones for you, but have fun playing around. There's a lot of little Easter eggs hiding around, but Couple things that I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on. The Vibration X Dyna in the red colors. So we see the Wild Craw, the GG Red Shiner. There's a bunch of other colors back in stock as well, but you guys have been looking for these red ones. They are back in stock. We see them in both the rattle version and the silent version. So if you guys aren't familiar with the Vibration X Dyna, this is the smallest lipless that Megabass makes. You can see it's nice and tiny, right? But it still weighs 3/8 of an ounce. You can cast it great. It's got an unusual shaped kind of back end to it that gives it a lot of stability. It also allows for lift and drop. It'll allow the bait to kind of stay upright. And it's cool that it's available in both a rattle and a silent, so you can match whatever colorway that you have in your water tone. So back in stock this week. We also see a huge restock and a couple of new colors in the Baby Pop X. I know a lot of you guys love the Baby Pop X. This is the smallest popper that Megabass makes. So this is 50 millimeters long, 3/16 ounce. I'll just fly through the colors that we see back. See-through Koayu is back. OC Teaser is back. Wagin Wakasagi is back. Akatora. AL Peacock. GP Twilight Hachiro, TM Hot Gill, and Takumi Seiuchi, all back in stock this week from Megabass Japan. All right, a couple of important JDM restocks in the Pop Max to point out. PM Wild Gill, back in stock. GLX Ito Gill, back in stock. I know a lot of you guys have been looking for these bluegill colors. Pumpkin Seed is back. And then also a very limited find, I guess you could say, Triple Illusion. This is a Respect Series color back from a couple months ago. A handful of these are back, so if you missed out, those are back this week. We also see all the JDM colors in the Knuckle LD back in stock. So if you guys like throwing square bills, which is, I mean, it's always square bill season, but the spring definitely seems to always be a hot time for square bills. This is a great one. It's got the computer board lip, so you just get a super tight, hard hitting action out of this guy. I think you guys really dig it. All the JDM colors are back. We also see a couple of key color drops I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on. So the MRX Griffon in Fire Crawl is back in stock. This is one of the coolest colors. Let me just take it out, make sure. I know you guys all know about it because as fast as we get them in, they fly out of here. But Fire Crawl in this dude is just super sexy. So you get that kind of red crawl, you get that kind of glitter back, you know, those dark sunken eyes, and then you get that super dope kind of crackled belly. It's just a sexy little dude. Little rattle in there, just a great, just kind of running the bank, small crankbait. Those are back. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on the NCFFR and the Diving Flap Slap. This is the clear transparent red. Those are back in stock. And then my new favorite BFS bait, the Great Hunting Humpback in the 51 size. We finally see the addition of a couple of my favorite colors, AL Indicator Yamame and LZ Highland Wakasagi 2. Finally make it into this size. We've had them in the smaller and the bigger size, but they haven't released them in this 51. We see them in stock now. So if you guys like throwing these smaller baits for trout or bass or anything like that, definitely scoop these up. They're amazing. As am I, Jeff.
Those Pop Max colors are actually dope.
I like that PM Wild Gill.
I like the Pumpkin Seed.
You like the Pumpkin Seed?
That shit looks sick.
So Pumpkin Seed in a jerkbait is sexy as hell.
Oh, I can't imagine.
Well, you want to imagine?
Yeah. Do you have one?
So Jeff was just commenting that he loved that Pumpkin Seed color, and wouldn't it be cool if it was in a jerkbait? Well, it is in a jerkbait. It's in the 110 FX series. So those are available as well. It is a really amazing gill pattern, isn't it?
That's crazy.
It really is a great color.
My God.
So if you guys aren't familiar with the FX series, I talk about this a lot on Instagram. It's one of my favorite 110s. The FX series has the lip that moves and adjusts up and down. And the idea behind that is that as you cast, the lip will collapse, so it will cut through the wind more, and you'll create less of this kind of weird resistance on the cast. And then it's obviously, as soon as you start jerking it, it just goes back to normal position and goes. What's really great about the FX series is that it's more of a true suspend jerkbait and less of a slow float. The original 110 is more of a slow float, especially as the water warms up, right? So as the water warms up, it's definitely a slow floater and it just kind of quivers up. This guy will suspend a little bit truer. So if you guys are fishing either really long pauses or a lot of guys that are fishing current, right? Like Thousand Islands and some of those river systems where, you know, they smoke a jerkbait, but you need it to kind of stay down on longer pauses, the FX is a great way to go. And we just restocked all the colors, so they are back as well. There you go, Jeff. Pumpkin seed jerkbait.
I'm gonna have to get one.
All right, while we're talking about restocks, last week we talked about this guy, the SBOB Shad. It flew out of here, and a lot of you guys DM'd, like, when are you gonna get this guy back? They are back. I brought a bunch in, so if you missed them, they are back. In case you missed last week's episode, the SBOB Shad is a very natural, it's a super clear-bodied 110, so this is in the original 110, okay? It's also available in the silent version, okay? It has this nice kind of greenish gold back, but this is a really cool, you know, Megabass kind of painting trick where the top of the bait is actually painted orange underneath, but you don't really see it until it flashes down there under that clear. So it's an incredibly natural bait that just gives you that little flash of color just to draw a reaction. Super dope one. I really hope Megabass expands on this idea. It's a cool idea, and it's a great colorway. So if you guys missed out, those are back as well. Okay, big restock this week from Japan in the Ito Shiner. Now, I talk about the Ito Shiner a lot. We've seen random color drops over the last, you know, probably 6 weeks in some of our favorite colors. This week, we see a return on some colors we haven't had in a while. If you guys aren't throwing the Ito Shiner is just the bigger, I'd say the bigger brother, I guess, of the Ito Vision 110. Actually, since I have the SBOB Shad here, here's a 110, here's an Ito Shiner. Okay, so you can see it's a little bit bigger bait, but what's nice about the Ito Shiner is instead of having 2 tungsten roller balls that help and aid in the casting, it has 3, right? So the 110 has 2, the Shiner has 3. So when you cast this thing, it casts like a rocket. I mean, you can throw this thing so far, and this guy has a much more defined side-to-side dog walk underwater, okay? So think of the 110 as more of a finesse-y, tight, natural approach. Think of the Ito Shiner as a much more aggressive, it's louder, right? So you're gonna get these big side-to-side movements. You guys should definitely add this to your arsenal. It's my favorite jerkbait Megabass makes. So, with that said, we see a return this week of Wageen Rainbow. So this is one of the prettiest rainbow patterns they make. This has not been in stock in a really long time. It is back in stock. We also see a return of M and Max. This is a super dope kind of reddish patterned shiner. I know you guys smoke them on this, so that is back. We also see a return of Wageen Golden Shiner. It's just a great solid body color. Wageen Oikawa is back in stock. And then we also see a return of GLX Cotton Wakasagi. So this is the clear, kind of transparent, almost clear morning dawn color, great for clear water. We also see GLX Cotton Wakasagi return this week from Japan in the X80 Trick Darter. I know a lot of you guys have been waiting on that, so those are back. All right, while we are on restocks, we showed you guys a couple of special saltwater colors in the Vibration X Vatalion. A couple weeks ago, they flew out of here. And again, kind of the same thing with the jerkbait. A lot of you guys asked to bring them back, so Japan made us a special run of these. So we see back in stock, the Shell Skin Lemon is back. The See-Through Matte Lime is back. These are gonna be great. These are slow sinking, kind of tight lipless crankbaits, gonna be killers for smallmouth if you guys fish those. Also, big restock this week, kind of the first restock that we've seen in the Prop Darter Eye Wake. So this is the newest wake bait in the Megabass lineup, 106 millimeters long, ½ ounce. Is a very natural, just really easy, just kind of cast and wind. It has this nice rolling action to it, but it's just designed to mimic the sound on the surface of kind of fleeing little bait, right? So this time of the year when we start seeing fry, you start seeing all those little fry schools going, it has a very kind of swishy sound to it. This will give you that swishy sound. So back in stock in, you know, all the key colors that you guys have been waiting on, you know, all the JDM colors, they're all back this week. All right, we also see a return this week of one of the cooler frogs. in the Megabass lineup, and this is the Megabass Pivot. Now, the Pivot is actually designed to be more of a pencil bait and less of a frog, but it is designed in that hollow body frog style. You've got all the same features that you would expect to have in a frog, but in more of a minnow shape. So it's going to have that kind of same walk that you would expect out of like a Dog X or anything like that, but it's in a hollow body form, so you can throw it in, you know, all the cover, in all the shit, and you're going to be able to move it through. So just a neat way to, you know, work a topwater bait. Think of it as a frog, you know, walking bait hybrid. Back in stock, all the colors this week from Japan. All right, back in stock this week from Megabass Japan, we see a return of the Pearl Shad in the Magbeat. Now, the Magbeat is, we sell gazillions of these things this time of the year. This is a hybrid between a mag draft and like a lipless. Okay, so you notice it has that same kind of shape as a mag draft, but you notice it's got this tiny little tail section back there. So instead of it having that big kind of tail movement, it's just going to tighten it up, and it's going to be basically like a soft plastic lipless. So if you guys are kind of in that zone where they're eating chatterbaits or eating lipless, but they're hearing a lot of the same thing, a lot of sound, a lot of vibration coming through, this may make an excellent alternative to that, because you can fish it the same exact way, but it's going to be soft, it's going to be silent. You guys will crush them on. So the Magbeat and Pearl Shad back in stock. We also see a huge restock this week of the SV3 double Willow spinnerbaits in 1/2 ounce and 3/8 ounce. These have been dropping over the last month or so in random colors. All the colors are back now. So if you guys have been waiting on IU, Gill, any of the white colors, they're all back in stock in both sizes, so definitely scoop those up. It's been a long time since they've all been back. Those are back. And then we see a big restock this week in the Tournament Crawler. So the Tournament Crawler is the soft plastic worm from Megabass. It makes a great drop shot bait. It makes a great nickel rig bait. You can do a lot of different things with this. The 5.5 inch size specifically is probably the most, you know, common size, but they are available in a 3.5, a 4.5, and a 5.5. You can see it's a pretty, you know, normal shaped segmented worm up top, and then it changes ribs down here by the tail, and then it gets that big bulbous back end to it. So you're going to get a lot of quiver, a lot of shake. All the colors are back, all the green pumpkin colors, all the natural colors back in stock this week. All right, it is that time, Jeff.
Finally.
Your favorite bait
I've been waiting.
is back in stock.
That's not a Kinku 13-inch worm, though.
Nobody throws that. There's just one guy that throws that, and he bought them all. Cover Scats from Deps are back. This is the biggest restock we have seen, and they're available in all three sizes. The 2.5 inch, 3.5 inch, 4 inch, they're all back. Now, you guys know that we have been both in love with this bait and making fun of this bait. But we only make fun of it because it's so silly in concept and shape, but it is an unbelievable fish catcher. #1 selling soft plastic bait in Japan. It's definitely our #1 selling soft plastic bait here in store. You guys have been gobbling them up, and I know you've been waiting. It's been a couple months since we've had any in stock. So, hey, quiet down over there. I know you're making Cuba Libres, but chill, bro. They're back in stock. So if you guys have been waiting, definitely scoop them up. I know we've shown this a million times.
A million times, dude, but I want to see it again.
I know. It's just, everybody deserves to see this bait. Oh, they put some extra special, I can't get into the package.
Oh my god, bro.
They're trying to keep that to themselves. Look at that.
That's a good color.
I mean, well, that's blue marin.
Oh, yeah.
That is a sexy. That's my favorite color.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, right? But just the shape. So, anyways, this guy is basically, think of this as a really heavy Senko. Okay? So you're going to throw it out. It is going to sink down to the bottom. You throw it weightless. I mean, you can do all kinds of stuff. Griff was free rigging them the other day. They eat it however you want to throw it. Well, Griff free rigs everything, Jeff. So, but if you just rig it weightless, it will sink down to the bottom, get it down to the bottom, and then you can jerk it real hard, twitch it real hard, just like a crawdad skirting away, and it's going to fall back down in the rocks. And unlike a jig, it's not going to like dig in and snag in. It's just going to kind of, you know, horizontally fall and then just kind of lay there on the rocks, right? So you can fish it through stuff that you can't fish a jig or a worm through. It's got, seems like the topic of the day, big bulbous back ends.
You've been saying it a lot.
Man, I have it on my mind, Jeff. It's got this kind of grooved back end. You can see it's kind of porous. It's designed to give that same texture, feel, and vibration underwater as a crustacean, as a crawdad or something like that. It's got these stabilizer fins to help it maintain its balance. Just a great bait. You guys are going to crush them on this thing. So again, it's available in all the sizes, all the colors. They're back. Grab quick. Every time we get these in, they fly out of here, so I don't want you guys to miss out. So if you've been waiting, definitely scoop those dudes up.
Do you need me for this video?
I mean, you feel free to jump in anytime you want. Oh, fuck. This again? Oh.
What's new?
Where the fuck is my drink? I need a drink. Huh. Well, that derailed. Guy catches them one day out of his whole life. I'm never going to hear the end of it. Speaking of shitty days and Jeff's favorite brands, here you go, Jeff. Just for you. I know you love these guys.
But where's the full-size one?
Who wants the full-size one?
I want both.
The full-size one's ridiculous.
I was going to double rig them.
All right. Tiny Gillings are back in stock from Geecrack, Japan. This is a really cool small little bluegill profile bait. We get these in a few times a year. They don't make them that often, so the timing is perfect. Obviously going into spring when they're just super fired up on bluegills. So if you guys are fishing, you know, any of the smaller water or just stuff that are eating smaller, you know, bluegill and panfish, perch.
Jesus.
Well, sail on that one, Jeff.
You're struggling with this Geecrack right now.
Dude,
you have no idea what to say about it. It's so
don't.
perfect.
Yeah. Here. They're in stock. I should have just pulled a Griff. These are in. No, if you guys are looking for a small little, you know, bluegill profile bait that really all you have to do is just cast and wind. It's going to look natural. This is a really good one. So they are back in stock in a bunch of colors this week. I think we got like 8 or 10 colors. So if you've been waiting on those, you can scoop them up. Back in new from
Geecrack.
I will now give the floor over to the champion because I know he wants to talk about his favorite frog. So he might as well talk about it instead of me. So, champ, you're in.
All right. Oh, sick. All right.
What's new this week at the hookup? Check it.
No, you don't want to hold that. You don't need that.
Do you need help?
No. So we got Kaera frogs in JDM colors. Super sick colors. They all have this drip on them.
Drippy. Just the way Jeff likes it.
The drip color. And then,
That guy.
yeah.
That frog.
The lime green Tanamasu frog.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Boom.
Super sick frog. Everybody knows this frog by now. It's dope. Got new colors in. These will not last. Thank you.
Jeff, I gotta win the next one and make a bigger belt.
Oh, snap.
I see a new challenge. Who can make the biggest belt? I'm gonna make myself a trophy. Angler of the Year trophy, Jeff.
Oh.
All right, also to go with those JDM Kaera frogs, we also see a return this week of the JDM Kaera S2 Beat frogs. So the difference here, the Kaera S2 Beat is going to have some blades that dangle out the back end. So there's a look at the S2 Beat. So it has a wire bar that comes out and 2 blades that kind of protrude to create flash and clack. So when you guys are looking at these 2 frogs, if you want the frog to be a true walking frog, get the regular Kaera. Okay? If you want the frog to throw in a very specific spot and just kind of pop it and create a little bit of sound as it moves, then the S2 Beat is a great one. This guy doesn't walk as well as this one, but it creates a little bit more flash and a little bit more sound. So definitely a place for both, but all of them are back in stock this week from Jackall Japan. All right, also new this week from Jackall Japan, we see some brand new colors in our best-selling little finesse minnow from them. This is the Revoltage Drift Fry. So the RV Drift Fry. So let me highlight some of these new colors for you. So the Drift Fry is just a small little minnow imitation, and it comes with a built-in kind of lip there on the front of it. So you can drop shot this guy. It looks very, very natural and lifelike, just putting on a drop shot. But what a lot of guys do is they'll just put a small little ball head up there, and then that lip is going to kind of turn into a crankbait of sorts, and it's going to give it just this really tight side-to-side movement as it comes through the water. Just super finessey, super natural. So we see a new color there. We see like the pink Wakasagi come in. And a couple of new shad patterns as well. So if you guys have been waiting on the new colors of this guy, they are in stock this week from Jackall Japan. All right, big restock and some new items this week from Sunline Japan. Now, I know a lot of you guys have been waiting for the restock of the brand new Shooter to Fire D-Braid. This is the brand new braided line that was designed by Marisa Shimizu to basically eliminate wind knots. It has a solid core that runs the center with a stabilizer piece so that the line maintains its round shape. It does not get wind knots in it. It has amazing knot strength, amazing castability, and this is a slow sinking braid. So if you guys are making casts with your finesse baits, the braid will neutralize the same as like throwing a straight fluoro will, so you'll maintain better contact with your baits. So these guys are back in stock this week from Sunline Japan. We also see a return this week of my favorite fluoro in their lineup for BFS fishing. This is the Sunline FC Sniper Invisible. So this is the full camouflaged invisible line. We see a return in the 3-pound, the 4-pound, the 7-pound, right? But we also see a brand new size in case you just, you know, sometimes 3 pounds too light and 4 pounds just way too thick, right? How about a 3.5 pound? Mind blown. Why not, right, Jeff?
That's fire.
So now you've just got so many options to confuse yourself. So brand new size in the Sniper Invisible. Not sure why we needed a 3.5 pound, but hell, I'm gonna take it because that's dope. So there you go. When's the last time you caught a fish on 3.5 pound line?
Well,
Jeff?
I would never need 3.5 when you have 3 or 4 pound.
Right.
I've seen what 3 pound can do.
I've never really thought to myself, man, if only I had 3.5 pound.
I would have landed that fish. Or...
But
here we are now.
Yeah, but here we are. So yeah, kind of excited to try it just because I've never used it before. But brand new size. If you guys like throwing the light line, you guys will love this line. It's camo. It's super strong. So really dope to have that back.
How do you test that out? How do you test out the strength of 3, 3.5, and 4 pound? I want to know.
What's the diameter difference? I guess that's
right.
That's the big thing. Oh, well, I see.
Oh, you see?
Yeah, it makes sense. So the 3 pound is 0.160 millimeters.
Okay.
So 0.16 millimeters.
0.16.
Right? The 4 pound is 0.18 millimeters. So obviously they're sitting around having some Cuba Libres, right? And then the one smart guy drinking the Orion was like, you know what? We should just fill in that gap and make a 0.17 millimeter. Like, let's not be idiots about this. So, boom, they got it. You know, this is the thing that drew me to Sunline in the beginning, Jeff, were the like odd in-between sizes, right? Because it used to be like 6 pound and 8 pound.
Yeah.
Then all of a sudden, Sunline is like, no, fuck that. Here's 7 pound and 5 pound. It's like, holy crap, right? I just never expected it to keep going, like in half sizes. So I'm looking forward to my 7.5 pound.
Yes.
You?
That's gonna be fire.
Yeah. Or my 19.5. Because sometimes 20 is too much. All right. Now that we're never going to sell a 3.5 pound line. New trout line from Sunline Japan. A lot of you guys have been asking us to bring in more of the trout specific line. So here you go. This is the Sunline Troutist Darkness. Okay. So this is a high molecular, low stretch, super high end monofilament line designed for trout, but good for anything. Now it's available in, you know, obviously these smaller sizes, 3 pound, 4 pound, 5 pound, super slackers that they didn't come out with half sizes in this. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I could even use just straight sizes anymore. halves or nothing. You can see the line is very dark. It's kind of like a really dark bluish gray is how I would describe it. So the line is designed to be super camouflaged, right? So that it blends into the water really well. They like nylon for trout because trout's mouths are so soft that they want to have a little bit of stretch so your fluorocarbon or your braid's not like tearing the mouth out, but you don't want too much stretch because you still need to pull them out of, you know, current or whatever. So by going with a mono that is very low stretch, they feel like they get the best of all the worlds. So if you guys are fishing trout with light line, I think you guys will really dig this line. It's new and available now from Sunline Japan. Did you notice that my hat doesn't have any stains on it today, Joe?
Yeah, first time.
First time in a while, actually. What? Okay. You're still here? Oh, wait, start of the day.
Merch.
New merch. I know that we have been really slacking on getting hats back in. We've got a bunch of drops coming over the next couple months, so bear with me. So, you guys have been waiting on some logo hats. We brought back, you know, I like this kind of mesh back style, so that's what I made. So if you guys have been waiting on hats, I got some cool, you know, digi camos. I've got some of the original logo hits. I've got some of the black logo hits. I've got flat bills, you know, non-flat bills. I've even brought back the foam ones. I know a lot of you guys like the foam hats. So those are all back in stock this week from me.
From you, yeah.
Yeah, yeah. What a great brand.
Finally.
Yeah. All right. Restock. I know a lot of you guys have been looking for high-end swim bait reels, and reels are just a nightmare right now. So whenever I see them, I'm going to try to grab them for you guys. If you've been waiting on Z2020 restock, they are back. Now, what's cool about this one is that this is the SH version, which we don't get very often. So this is the 7-to-1 gear ratio instead of the 8-to-1 gear ratio. So if you guys have been waiting on the Z and wanted it just a touch slower than the 8-to-1, it's so damn sexy. I mean, every time I touch it, I just, it does things to me. No offense over there. My wife just walked in, heard me talk. Good thing I was talking about a reel. Right, Kelly? Okay. So there you guys go. If you guys have been waiting, it's super dope. We only got a few of them in, so they're not going to last long. Do you want, you can touch it, Jeff.
Can I feel it up?
Yeah, touch it.
Ooh.
I know.
That's smooth.
I know, right? You want to touch it? Yeah, touch it. Look at those nails.
I know.
Those are fancy.
I know.
How much did those cost?
Don't worry about it.
Oh boy. So please buy these.
What's happening?
Cuba Libre, baby. All the hookers are showing up in an hour. So we were trying to get all
That's what he ordered. There's this huge rap video that we have to shoot.
We're shooting a rap video.
What hookers?
I just on what was that thing? Tinder? Tinder? I think we got them.
Bumble.
You're not
Bumble?
being recorded right now.
Oh, it's rolling.
Yeah,
It's always
rolling.
rolling.
Yeah,
Jeff
it's-
always rolls.
It's always
All
rolling.
of my weak moments are on camera. Didn't the Libre mean?
I thought that's
and
what that
hookers?
meant, dude.
Yeah.
No hookers. Love you.
Love you.
I love you.
I probably won't get any hookers. It's Sunday. We don't do hookers on Sunday.
A day of rest.
Yeah, they need a day of rest. You know, everybody knows that, Kelly.
Duh.
Yeah. Okay, I'm trying to film a video here. You're distracting me.
Okay.
Okay.
I love you.
Love you.
Bye. Why is there a chicken sitting here?
Don't worry about it. Griff's always eating chicken.
That's weird.
Yeah. Well, he had to go get rum, so he figured he'd get a chicken too.
10 a.m.
Yeah?
It's chicken time.
What the fuck are we talking about? Okay, bye. I love you. Oh, we will. Love you. All
I'm
right.
cutting this whole video.
Yeah, we should just. All right. Restock this week from Megabass Japan. A couple of key rods that I know you guys have been waiting on. TS Destroyer 775 is back. So this is the one spinning rod in the TS Destroyer lineup. Jeff and I laugh about this rod all the time because it's really a super stiff rod. It's a heavy, heavy rod. So if you guys need a heavy, stout rod for, you know, a lot of guys just like using a spinning rod with braid, pitch and cover, like a Senko, that kind of stuff. Or if you just suck at casting a bait caster, this could be the perfect rod for you. Did I just lose everybody, Jeff? 3/8 to 1 1/4 ounce, 12 to 30 pound line, 7'2".
That's a Kanata rod right there.
It's a badass stick. I mean, there's some meat to it. So if you want to lay the wood to them with a strong spinning rod in the TS Destroyer line, those are back. On the flip side of that spinning rod, we see a return of our #1 selling high-end drop shot. This is the Destroyer Evolution. This is the Spin Elzile 2. So this guy has been out of stock for quite some time. We got a lot, but they are not going to last because guys have been looking for these. So the Evolution is, I mean, arguably the most beautiful rod in their lineup. This is the 6'11", 1/16 to 3/8 ounce, 4 to 12 pound lure rating. Really just an amazing all-around drop shot finesse rod. So if you guys have been looking for a high-end drop shot, nickel rig, any kind of that kind of stuff, it's badass. So definitely scoop them up if you guys have been waiting. Spin Elziles are back. We also see a return this week of a super important bait casting model in the Evolution. This is the Super Diablo Type L. So this is the f5.5 7.2, so 7'2", 1/4 to 1 ounce. This is probably the best all-around use rod in the Evolution lineup. It's got tons of power. It still has a pretty soft tip to it. So because it is a titanium blank, it can be soft and sensitive. So even if you look at Megabass's recommended, use, it has crankbait, lipless, spinnerbait, jig, Senko. I mean, it's kind of like, here, take this rod and just do all the shit on it. So if you guys are looking for just an amazing all-around use rod, these are back in stock from Japan. Speaking of all-around use, we see a restock of one of our favorite rods in the Orochi XXX lineup. So the XXX is the Japan Orochi. This is the Destruction 70. So this is a badass stick, guys. It's a 7-foot, 3/8 to 2 ounce lure rating. So it's got tons of power. Think of this guy basically like a perfect pitch, but a little bit stronger, right? So at 7 foot, it's got all the backbone you need to haul the fish out, but it still has just a light enough tip so that your presentations are super accurate. You can walk a frog on this thing brilliantly. So if we're throwing that little Kaera frog or your gavacho or whatever, this is a badass rod. And for 270 bucks to get a JDM rod like this, it's amazing. So if you guys have been waiting or looking for a great priced rod that can do a lot of different things, from a mag draft to a jig to a worm, pitch and frog, Destruction 70 is back. And finally, I have been waiting a really long time to get my hands on this guy. I almost just want to buy all of the ones that I got, but I know some of you guys have been waiting on this as well, so here it is. This is the lightest bait casting rod in the Destroyer P5. We see the F0 ST Stinger Tip Siglet rod. Okay, so this is definitely, without question, the lightest rod in the lineup. F0 is crazy light. Well, that's kind of cool.
Okay.
I haven't even taken one out of the package yet, but that's pretty dope.
Oh, I see.
Well, they come wrapped at the tip. So the Stinger Tip is basically a one-piece carbon tip at the end. So it's going to aid in casting. It's going to give you a lot of super accurate castability. Oh my God, Jeff, just feel how light that thing is.
Wow.
Crazy, right? So here you go, guys. Let me spec it out. So it's 6 foot 6 inches, 3/32 ounce to a 1/4 ounce, 4 to 10 pound line. So it's an F0 ST 66X Siglet. What an amazing little BFS rod for throwing any of the smaller baits. It's gonna have, yeah, it's got that super dope stinger tip. So you're gonna have to be kind to this rod. So anything that has that kind of carbon tip at the end, you don't want to be high sticking. You're probably gonna be high sticking this rod anyways. But if you're looking for the ultimate rod for throwing the small little great hunting baits on, I would recommend rigging it with 3.5 pound Sunline.
I think that's the best line for that rod.
Well, clearly, because it's rated for 4 to 10. But if they knew there was a 3.5 pound, they probably would have put 3.5 pound. Because 3 pound would be ridiculous, right?
Ridiculous.
It wouldn't even make
4
sense.
Is way too much.
3.5 is money. So there you go, guys. If you guys have been waiting on this rod, this is the Destroyer P5 Siglet. It is in stock. It's not gonna last. So definitely scoop them up if you guys have been waiting. New from Japan. All right, guys, that is a wrap. As always, thank you for watching. Thank you for joining us this Sunday. If you have a question on anything that we showed, definitely drop me the question down below in the comments and I will get to it. Jeff will leave links to everything that we talked about in the description. We will not have a What's New video next weekend because Jeff is leaving us,
See you.
sadly, to go try to catch a bass.
Yep.
He can't catch a bass in Arizona, so he's going to try another state.
I gotta go somewhere else.
Yeah. So we'll figure something out for next weekend. Maybe we'll do a live or something different. So stay tuned to our Instagram. I'll probably be posting new drops through the week this week. And there's some really dope ones coming. New slide swimmer colors, P5s coming back in. So lots of cool things happening this week. So stay tuned and I'll figure something out for next Sunday because I definitely love hanging out with you guys. So until next time, on behalf of myself and my family and everybody here, thank you guys for the business. Thank you for the support. Until next time, peace. I'm going to go get me some rum and coke, Jeff.
Do you realize how crazy this video was, actually?
I don't have
There's-
any idea what happened, to be honest
There's
with you.
so much things that happened in this
I don't.
video.
Good luck editing this motherfucker. We should all just drink. I know it's only early, but
There was a Griff, there was a wife, there was a bunch of
there's rum and coke. Too bad those hookers didn't show up.
unfortunate.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll get them next week.
Yeah. Next time.
All right.
Next respect series coming.
Yeah.
All right. Peace out, my friends. Happy Sunday.